Hi everyone, welcome to Paint Night. This is Deer at Sunset. So to start off, I painted my canvas gray, kind of splotchy gray, going this way, which will be my sky for my sunset, and then down here will be my grass, and I'm going to put some deer in silhouette over here. As well, you could also put trees, you could put horses, you could put your dog, you could put rooftops in silhouette. It doesn't much matter. It's as long as you enjoy it. And while I'm painting here, I'm going to describe how I got my deer that I'm going to put on here. So my sunset's gonna be lighter at the bottom than it is further up the top. And if some of the gray shows through, it doesn't really matter because it's, it's evening and the sky's getting darker. That's why I thought it would be nice to put some gray. Wanted a dramatic sky. How I got my deer is I have a lot of pictures of deer on my phone because they come into my yard all the time. I looked at my deer pictures and I kept enlarging them and taking screenshots of them. Sorry, it's hard for me to paint and talk. Till they got large enough for my painting. I then traced the deer from my iPhone. And you have to be careful. It's a touchy process, and there's a lot of distortion that happens, and you have to be careful not to scratch your iPhone. Provided you have a protector on your phone. My protector's glass. If you decide to use my method, you would trace your enlarged deer off of your iPhone or iPad. And that's one way to get a deer for this painting. Worry too much about my sky because I've seen every kind of sky imaginable, and I don't think you can paint a sky that hasn't existed somewhere at some time. So I'm not that, within reason, but I'm not that fussy about my skies. I just want to make a sunset painting and have a lot of fun, and I hope you have fun. And that's my main goal. Take some yellow, mix some white and yellow, and I'm gonna just feather them a bit further into where my grass is going to go, just to remind myself what I'm doing. There. Okay, now I'm going to take some green. Feather it in. We don't want a straight line across the bottom, but as I always say, you can have a straight line if you want. It's whatever you want, it's your painting. So just kind of feather the edge there, don't worry too much. We'll put some flowers and stuff in front of there, and that was a risk. Okay, now I'm going to have to let this dry somewhat before I can continue. I want to tell you how I made the deer for the picture. These are the deer, but they're going to go up here, so they'll be in silhouette. Then I cut them out of the tracing paper. I traced them on cardboard. I traced them on the back of recycling cardboard, and I cut them out. So I'm still going to have to trace them again on this picture, like the painting part. The paint will have to be dry for me to do that. But that's just one way to get deer. You could also use your dog. You can use silhouettes of horses. You can use silhouettes of trees. You can make up your own silhouette. You can use rooftops. I was just telling you my very complicated process of how I got these deer. But it's kind of worth it, because see how good they're going to look? That's how I did it. And if you want to find a way to trace mine, go ahead, because these guys are just from my own photos that I took, and they're not infringing on any copyrights at all. You could also cut a deer out of a magazine or anything you want and then just collage it onto your picture. I like a little bit of drama in my sky. If it drips down, I'll probably like it more. I might stop it though. So I can take all those drips and spread them out. Now is a good time to trace my deer onto my picture. Okay, now that I've got my deer on there, I am going to, for now, paint them in black. Start a little smaller than you want the deer to end up being. Then you have a little bit of room to correct your drawing. We'll put some highlights on the deer after. We'll show the sunset reflecting. We'll put some grass over their legs. Don't worry too much. The sunset picture and the light is, you know, it's going to get dark out. I'm not that fussy about my outlines. I'm just putting this here, and it doesn't have to be too perfect or filled in or whatever. And I gotta do the little one. I mean, you can also just look at the deer and draw them, you know? It doesn't have to be perfect. I was thinking that tracing it off my iPhone picture would be an easy way, but it was pretty hard. But I still like the way they turned out. Dark brown grass and things here. And it doesn't have to be solid all over because we'll put some layers down. Take some purple. Maybe you want to make little mountains in the back. There's some sun reflecting on things. You can smudge some up if you want. It's too bright. You can always correct yourself. Don't worry. If it dried, you can paint over it. I'm going to put a little bit of snow on top of the mountains. I want my deer to be highlighted from the sun. Looks like a plant, maybe not the one I was thinking of, but that's okay. It's more important to have a little bit of fun, not worry too much. There you have it, people. I hope you had a lot of fun. This was deer at sunset, but it can also be whatever you like at sunset, whether that's rooftops, your dog, horses, trees. This was just a basic idea to get you going on your own project. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Always have fun.